Greetings, I am Tom Earl. On this week's episode, I interview DJ Ace Vedo. Check this. Greetings, everyone. Welcome to the celebration. As you know, this is my year of courage. We know you could be anywhere, so the fact that you're here today means the absolute world to me and to us because I'm not alone. I have a brilliant and amazing guest. She goes by the name of DJ Ace Vedo.
DJ Ace Vedo in the mix.
How's it going?
Hey, everyone. How are you?
Me or everyone listening?
Oh, everyone and you.
I'm doing well. All y'all listening, let us know how you're doing by giving us a shout out on social or something like that. Let's give a little intro for folks to let them know how awesome you are, although they'll have a whole interview to experience it.
Oh, stop.
Does that sound good?
Yeah, sounds great.
DJ Ace Vedo is a pro DJ hailing from the boogie down Bronx, New York. DJ Ace Vedo brings to her repertoire a diverse, musical, and culturally rich background. Nominated as one of Tampa Bay's best club DJs in 2015 and 2016, DJ Ace Vedo has cultivated an eclectic sound that gets any crowd moving. That's quite a wonderful bio.
Well, I try sometimes. Thank you for writing it. I appreciate you.
My absolute pleasure. What was missing from the bio? What's the area that a bio can't capture? Or what's anything you want to elaborate on?
Born and raised in the Bronx. Everyone should know that. I'm very proud. And I currently live in Tampa. Also very proud to be here. I wish I could literally fit my whole life in a bio so that everyone can see. So I'm just so quiet, and I just want everyone to know, like, I'm actually funny sometimes. I swear I'm not that quiet.
I think you're very funny.
You gotta catch me on a good day.
So let's do a little bit of the origin story. When did you first discover your love for music? Was it young? Talk to me about that.
Super young. My mom used to play salsa when she's cleaning the house. And I kind of got into that rhythm, like, okay, I'm liking these percussions, these beats. And then just listening to the radio, I got heavily into hip hop at such a young age. When Puff Daddy, Biggie, all of them. And I just loved the beat. I just couldn't help but to listen to everything that music has to offer. Just cleaning, really. My mom cleaning, putting music on really got me into it. I used to put my speaker outside the window. I lived on the third floor, and I'll put my speaker out the window and let the music play for the whole neighborhood.
Well, how was your mom listening to it? On vinyl, on cassette, CD?
Cassette. Yes, cassette. Those good old cassette tapes.
So when did you start then curating music and playing it for people?
I actually used to want to be a rapper. So I used to write a lot. And I will go over instrumentals, and it wasn't until I tried rapping and realized that maybe this is not for me. I'm not the best at rapping. I just got into it. Was always into production. I used to have one of those little recorders. Used to press record, play on the piano, stop it, then put it on another radio, press play on that, and then record something over that and layer it over cassette tape. Yeah, it didn't come out really good. But I tried. That's how it matters. And that's how I got into, I had a love for music, always had, but I guess I never really understood how to get into it. Nor did I know I had really bad stage fright. It wasn't until I met one of my good friends, Mike Larry Draw. He is a Bronx rapper. I met him, and his production is crazy. This man's talent is ridiculous. And he kind of gave me the inspiration, like, oh, let's try rapping. And I actually went on a track that's available on iTunes, by the way. I went on that track, and I really enjoyed it. And then I went on stage. And sometimes I could be very insecure about my speech, I stutter a lot, especially when I'm trying to rap. And when I got on stage, it was a mess. And I was like, maybe rapping's not for me. And he was like, why don't you, be in the background? I was like, I always wanted to DJ. Maybe I should try that. He goes, yeah, you should DJ. Literally the next day went to Best Buy and thought I was the crap and went around. I was like, I want this, this, and this. Bought everything wrong. Came home with this DJ set. I don't even know. I really should have did my research before that. But I jumped right into it the moment he said it and just and it's just been stuck ever since.
So where were you in the world and how old were you when this all went down?
Well, this is 2012. How old was I? Oh, I don't know. Well, I'm 33 now, so 2012. Mike had moved from the Bronx and came to move for a little bit to Tampa to try it out. Mm-hmm. And I don't know, it's just magic since then.
So it was in your 20s, later 20s.
Yeah, later 20s. Mm-hmm. And he had a show called Spitfire Thursdays at Boba next to USF. Mm-hmm. And he had a show, and I would go behind the scenes, and I'll mess with the mixer board. I didn't know what I was doing. I was just touching buttons. I'm surprised I didn't break that thing. I was just playing with buttons, and I just realized, I really want to get into music. How can I do that? When it comes to production, something I'm still learning. But it was meant to be. Sometimes when you do things and you try, it's always good to try new things and just to keep an open mind, because you will meet that one thing that clicks. And DJing was it. I just clicked instantly, and I knew, I'm like, no, this is what I want to do. I'm going to learn this, and it's going to happen. So you felt
that feeling of this is it.
Yeah, when you meet the one and you're falling in love, you're like, no, this is the one. That is exactly what happened. It was like DJing was my soulmate. And I was like, oh, no, this is it. I love this. Let's do it. Let's go all the way.
So maybe you could give us a behind the scenes, because to a lot of us, it just seems like you have one track ready, you queue up another, and you fade into it. Then you queue up another and fade into it. So, where you were saying, rapping seems easy until you do it.
Yeah.
I have a feeling DJing is probably the same thing.
It is. Every DJ has a different feel or way they tackle it. Me, so to speak, I can speak for myself, is I always watch the crowd. So it's all about feeling their energy and giving out yours. So when I do cue a song, I'm literally watching everyone, seeing how they're reacting to the music. Because you could be playing dance music all night or house music, and no one's dancing. You're like, let me switch it up a little bit. And then you can kind of feel their vibe and feel what they're giving you. And when the crowd always feeds you energy, always. So I feed off of that. So when the crowd is giving me a little movement, just there, standing there, I'm like, okay, all right, a little bit. Let me try something else. So, and just to check it's always nerve-wracking DJing, because you never know when Serato's going to stop working, or whatever program you use stops working, or a cable goes out. So there's a lot of things behind the scenes. It's always playing with effects as well. It's not always just, you just don't play and then blend to the next song. Although some DJs do. It's all about, you can make your own remixes, you can loop things. So there's it's all about just playing with, it's like a toy. And you just give it your all with you, whatever it takes. Anyone can learn DJ, by the way. Everyone should get into it. It's a stress reliever.
In what way?
It's a way of expression. You get to express yourself, and the crowd receives you. And it's just a heartwarming feeling that is hard to explain. It's a good way if you have trouble expressing yourself like I do. It's a way to be free and feel free 100%. It's just a great feeling when I'm DJing and playing music. I do play from my heart, so.
That's wonderful. Can you do you have a story for us where maybe a cable broke or your track shut down and you had to think on the spot? Do you have anything like that you can share?
Yes, actually, it was probably 2 months ago or so. It's whenever Apple did an update on their software. And I updated it just like to get the little box off the screen. And normally I don't, especially before a show. So I updated it and I was like, okay, just to get it out, just to get that little box out of my screen, let me just update. And disaster. Serato, I had to update the plugin. And I was supposed to play. And I'm just, I set up right before, like, oh, I got this. Put my computer up. And it's my time, and there's no music coming out because my Serato won't start.
Oh my God.
So I had to go, and when I'm nervous and under pressure, it's a hot mess.
Yes, I think for all of us.
Yeah, like everything I can, like the most logic ways to handle things does not happen. Like, maybe resetting something or whatever the case is. So I'm like, oh my God, I do the old school way, unplug it, plug it back in.
Yeah.
That didn't work. It wasn't until 45 minutes later, the club owner the club manager had to play off her iPad on Pandora. In the meantime, as I was trying to set up, it was it's a nightmare.
So what did you play when you finally, do you remember the first song you played when you finally got it going again?
I don't. To be honest, I was on some scroll and add whatever. Thankfully, it wasn't some like mood killer or closing time. I just put something, I was like, and I just mixed into it from then. It was quite horrific.
Do you then create like a lessons learned or a protocol for moving forward?
Yes. And actually one time I was on the way to the club and left my laptop at home. Almost got a speeding ticket that day, actually. But I made it. So ever since that, like there's things that happen to me that I'm like, okay, checklist. You can't always, when you're rushing or when you're nervous, you're not going to always remember everything. So checklist it is.
Yes. Do you also create your own remixes?
I do a lot of mashups. As far as original remixes, I am working on that because I do want to release remixes and post it for anyone to hear and just give my own creative mind to something. But I do a lot of mashups. So that's my favorite thing to do.
And for those who aren't familiar with the term, what's a mashup?
A mashup is when you have a lyric to one song. Mm-hmm. So let's say, what's a popular song right now? Let's say Bodak Yellow.
Okay. That's what I was going to say too. Isn't that funny? I was like, Cardi B.
Yeah, Cardi B. Right? She's what's trending right now.
Yeah.
I have a Cardi B song, and then I'll put it over a song from Nicki Minaj, her beat. So it'll be super bass playing in the background and Bodak Yellow as the lyrics. That would be considered a mashup. How
do you decide which two songs are going to go over each other?
I literally just go with the flow. Sometimes I will put a rock song over a reggae beat, or I'll put like just random things together just because it's fun. And, I like when people are like, oh, I know the song. Wait, what? Oh, okay. I love that feeling when I see that person like, you got it. Cool.
You do that live? You yes. Do mashups live?
Yes, live.
Wow.
Yeah.
How do you find the acapella and the instrumental? How do you discover those?
Well, thankfully with DJ software, I'm able to play the regular song and take off the lows or take off the bass and then put another song on top of it. So although you might still hear the melody of the song, the song I play over that will equally and will mash well together. The bass is what can really throw off a live mashup. So you have to take off the bass of the song you want the lyrics to.
So for the vocal track, you put some sort of software on it that removes most of the instruments for you?
Yes, I use a filter on that.
And then on the instrumental, you do some sort of filter that takes out the vocals?
Yes, I either use a strict instrumental, or I'll throw there's tracks that you can get in a lot of MP3 pools,
Mm-hmm.
which MP3 pools where a lot of DJs get their songs from because it comes with intros already. And they do about like maybe a 15-second intro or 30-second intro, and I'm able to use that intro and loop it and play it under a song that's already playing or has its lyrics over it. And
do you come with the loops already, or do you on the spot loop it and then throw a track over?
On the spot loop it.
That's badass.
Yeah.
How do you get the beats per minute, or the fastness or slowness of the song? If they're two different speeds, how do you get them to be the same speed?
You can pitch match. So I'm able to put the BPMs at the same speed, or you could do it manually on the record.
And for folks listening, can you break down like what is a number BPM or beats per minute that gets people dancing? Yeah. What's one that they're slow? Like, could you give a little breakdown of that for folks?
BPM is like pretty much how beats per minute, what BPM means. It's how fast a song is or how slow a song is. If you can either match it or you can go at complete opposite numbers. So for instance, like maybe if I have a song that's at a BPM 138, I can right now, like I can match a song that's maybe at 68. There's certain numbers apart that will match, even though they're far apart from each other. So that makes it a lot easier. But I think understanding songs that you like, and it could be any kind of song. A lot of the songs are all made similar. So if I hear a beat and then I can sing in my head another song to it, I will try it to see how it sounds. And I do it live. So
what would you say is a BPM that people usually dance to? What, like, is 110, 120, 130?
It depends. So if you're trying to twerk, you want to stay around 100.
Okay, so and that's kind of slow, right? A little bit slower?
It depends really on the track. A lot of time it's like kind of, it's more like hip hop or like a hip hop feel. Okay. It's more middle. If you want like a lot of like dance clubs that play house music and stuff, their BPM start at 128 and work its way around 135. Okay. That also makes people jump and dance, and so.
Yeah, I know like standard rock and roll is usually 120.
Yes, 120 is a standard BPM.
Cool.
Yeah.
Do you notice the more and more you do this that you just start to get an instinct for what to play next or when to throw a mashup or?
Yes, for sure. It literally comes to me like information comes to a psychic. It just comes in my mind. I'm like, oh, I feel this. Or sometimes, a lot of times people have requests, and I know a lot of DJs don't like taking requests, but sometimes I listen to them. I listen to what they're requesting, and I take account. I'm like, I always try to play as many as requests possible, because I know a lot of people, when they go out, it's a special night. They're with their friends, they're going through a breakup or someone's birthday, and they want someone to feel special. And I'm all about it. So if I have the song, I would love to play it. If it matches what I'm playing currently, I would love to throw it in. A lot of times people request music, and that might be their feeling. And a lot of them who request music are with a group of friends. So I can play their song, and they'll get hype off it, and actually builds the momentum in the audience. So that's why I think it's good to play requests, even though it can get annoying, and I can understand why people don't play requests. But
for like the lay audience, for those of us who are non-DJs, what about it gets annoying?
Sometimes sometimes you can't play requests. It's really depending on the night. A lot of places, what a lot of people don't realize, for DJs, some places or some establishments require a certain genre of music. So some clubs only want house music. So, people will come to the booth trying to request hip hop, and, sometimes you let them know that, hey, I can't play that right now, or whatever the case is, and they kind of get angry about it. So that's what can make requests a little challenging, because a lot of times there's times where we can't really play the song, although you really want to hear it. We really can't play it, so that can be an issue. And then sometimes they get ruled by, oh, well, blah, 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 and they try to come at you. Like, I really do want to play your request, trust me. but the way this works, I can't play that song right now. Or you already play it. And I, well, can you play it again? It's like, no. Like, even though you really want to hear it, there is a place full of other people who just heard that song. And I'm sure they don't want to hear it again. So.
So just trying to educate the consumer, huh?
Yeah. I really hate saying no sometimes. Like, and then sometimes you can play a request for someone, and then you play that one song, and they're like, oh, okay. And they keep coming back. You're like, all right, I'll play your second request. Sure, I'll get it in for you. And then the third time, like, all right, yeah, I'll play the song. Give me a second. And then the fourth time, like, do you want to just DJ? Here, let me go.
I'm not a jukebox.
Right. DJs are not a jukebox. So we will try to play the song if we can.
Have you noticed, just kind of going back to where you said that you just kind of get an inspiration and then you just go off that? Do you find, since you've started DJing, that you trust yourself more or trust that inner voice more and more?
I do. And that took a while to build the confidence to do. When I first started DJing, and I know of a lot of DJs who are new to sometimes blending isn't always the best quality. And when other people, or when you mess up, that can really discourage you. And when I first started DJing, boy, I was not good. I knew I really loved it. I was like, but my transitions were rough. Yeah. It was to the point where I didn't really understand. I was trying to use a sync button, and the sync button is where you press sync and it matches the BPM automatic. You don't have to play with the pitch. You don't have to try to match the beat yourself. It's easy.
Yeah. The
sync button doesn't always work. I didn't know that when I first started. So I would transition. I was like, oh yeah, sounds good. Until people were like, oh, this is a cool song. And then you do a horrible transition. They're like, I don't know how to dance anymore. Like, I was dancing to something fast, and now that could be a definite mood kill. And I've done a couple of mood kills. A couple. So I was like, no, I need to perfect that. I need to get better. And listening to other DJs play, really practicing. Practice does make perfect. And I practice a lot. And I got to a part where people started complimenting me. My fiance, when she first came and heard me for the first time, she was, wow, you're really good. You're so good. And I was like, really? Yeah. So, she gave me a lot of confidence. Because when I first met her, I was like, oh, maybe I'm not that great. Even though the crowd gives you, they're like, oh, you're doing so good. Like, yeah, I could have done better. And then she came around and was like, oh, wow, you're so good. And, oh, man, you're this and you're that. And I was like, yeah, I am good. Oh, yeah, you're right. Yeah, cool. All right. It always helps, like, recording my stuff and listening to it. I haven't done it lately. I used to listen to my stuff often. But lately I need to get back into that. Note to self. Check.
Is that how y'all met, at a set?
No, I actually met her at my day job. And she just came in and knocked me off my feet. That's really how it was when I met her. It was ridiculous.
That's wonderful.
Yeah. I just felt like this wind just went, and I was like, where am I? Who are you? What is going on?
And was that how shortly after you started DJing did that connection come?
I was actually DJing when I met her. I was DJing already.
For how many years would you say, or for how long?
I want to say when I met her, it was probably 4 years. I was DJing for 4 years already. Yeah. And I didn't want to tell her I was DJ when I met her. I tried my best.
How come?
No. So I didn't want her to think I was this, DJ that ran around thinking she was cool, or, it's something sometimes I'm embarrassed to say. I'm like, yeah, I'm DJ. So I didn't want her to think anything of me as a person. I wanted her to kind of get to know me. And then someone told her, and I was like, dang. I was trying not to tell her that, but she was like, she got to know me, and she thought it was cool, and she's like, okay. And then she actually experienced a show of mine, and she was just like, wow, you're really good. And I was just like, yeah, let's get married.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
How do you work through that? Because a lot of, I'm sure DJing is self-promotion, that you need to let people know that you're at this club and stuff. How do you kind of work through that?
I am horrible at that. I'm horrible with anything technology. As far as social, I'm horrible at keeping up with my social media. It's to the point where my fiance has to manage my account. She's like, babe, come on. DJing tonight, post something. And I was like, yeah, you're right. Like a lot of times I just, but I got this website going. I'm like, yeah, I got a website. Cool. Don't ever promote it. I was like, no, I need to get better at that. Thankfully, a lot of it is word of mouth. So, but I have been posting a lot. Right, babe?
Where do you, what'd you say?
The AK she has been posting, but you know.
What advice do you have for people who are looking for that thing in life that gives them the feeling DJing gives you?
I have to say, keep an open mind. Always keep an open mind and open heart. Do not close anything off, and always try new things. It's good to keep your brain fresh. It's good to try to learn new things. Every day you should be learning something new. At least if you're like weekly, try or just find something. There's going to be that one thing that's going to grab your attention. It's going to make you feel free. It's going to make you feel powerful. It's going to make you feel just like you have the world in your hands. And the way to find out is to always keep an open mind. If you are walking around with shutters, it is not, you are not going to see the world in its capacity. It's just, so keep open heart and open mind.
And if I can ask, I think it might be helpful for people to hear how you said, you've alluded to it, that you're kind of a shy person and yet you're willing to take center stage so you can share your gift. Can you talk to us a little bit about that?
Yes, I am super shy, like socially awkward. It's ridiculous. Like I'm so quiet because I feel like if I talk, that I'm just gonna be like, it'll be gloomy outside. I'm like, hey, nice day, huh? Trying to make conversation. It's just like, I'm like, oh, so all right then, good talk. But I do feel it's very important that I put myself out there, that I continue to, talking on the mic, talking period is something that I struggle with on a daily basis. And I even thought like, maybe I shouldn't do that interview. Tom, I'm going to have to call you later. But forcing myself to do this is showing my self-power. And it's very important to feel that. Even though I might sound a certain way or I might mess up my words, who cares? I'm expressing regardless. And I think that I stutter a lot and I mumble when I talk. So that can make me insecure about talking. So I just put myself out there. Talking on the mic, though, I'm still working on it. I have a button that says DJ Ace Vedo in the mix. I'm just going to press this button.
DJ Ace Vedo in the mix.
There we go. I have a button for last call for alcohol. Just put last call, press my button, and that's it. Like the talking on the mic I can do, the better. So what is it within
you that you tap into or deploy when you're kind of standing at the edge of, I'm scared, I think I'm going to say no or cancel, but then you end up going through with it even though you're afraid? What is that thing within you that you ignite to get yourself over that hurdle?
I always tell myself no excuses. None. Stop giving yourself, if I'm like, well, I'm shy, but why are you shy? You just keep asking yourself questions. That's how you really dig deep in yourself and you find out what the core problem is. And my core problem is that I feel my speech is an issue, or I'm insecure about my mumbles. That's what it came down to. And I was like, you know what? F word that.
You can swear.
I'm going to speak. Forget it. I'm just going to push myself out there and just be free. And that's how I was able to overcome that, and still overcoming it. That,
that ability to become self-aware, but then to ask yourself exploratory questions that really investigate where my fear is coming from is a skill that not a lot of people have. That, in my line of work, I'm always trying to get people to cultivate. Where did that come from for you? Or when did you start being able to really do that and have the courage to follow it through no matter what the answer is you find?
A lot had to do with finding a passion for something. So I found a passion in DJing. And I can't follow that passion if I'm going to be scared all the time. And yes, till this day, I'm still socially awkward. I'm still quiet, but my friends and family who love me know, like, oh, you guys get to know her. She'll open up eventually. Like, now you can't shut me up. We're like, all right, you can go back to being shy and quiet. But a lot of it has to do with passion, finding something that you're passionate about. And then what are the things that come from that? So I've always had stage fright. I've always been shy. How do I overcome that to pursue my passion? And then, my fiance, started bringing her up. She's just great. But my fiance also challenged me on just going deep in the mind, deep in the soul, finding your true self, your true core. What is in there? And how can you be self-aware of your surroundings, of your feelings? And it's okay to feel what you feel. A lot of times I struggle with being ashamed about feeling something. I'm like, oh, I shouldn't feel that way. And that right there is what stops you from being free. It's like, I shouldn't. Like, you better bust through those doors. Who cares? You better go do your damn thing, So I was like, yeah, I'm going to go do it.
I feel like, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
No, I'll remember.
I forgot mine, so.
I was going to say this last minute and a half, we should edit out and you should throw on like a beat to it, because I have a feeling that was really motivating.
Oh, cool.
I'd love to like work out to being like, bust down that door, and then the beat drops.
Yeah. Just walk in there like.
That's badass.
Yeah, I think it's very important. And a lot of it has to start with being told to do so. A lot of times, a lot of us are not self-aware. I wasn't for a very long time. For years, I was not self-aware of anything. I thought, oh, that's your problem. I'm fine. But it's not. It's what are you? We are all responsible for everything that happens around us. So it's being mindful of that you are responsible. Someone hit you, you hit them back. You're responsible for hitting them back. So that's what we have to all realize and understand, and ask yourself questions. It's okay to cry. It's okay to feel scared. It's okay to feel sad. But what are you going to do to take your mind out of that? Okay, yes, you're sad. So how do you empower yourself? And a lot of times we get lost in that feeling of being down and being, oh, I can't do it because I'm shy. So next, that thing you just skipped is what could have brought light to your world. So I think that's very important. And DJing really brought light to my world. And I was just like, oh, a whole new world.
I wasn't sure if I should jump in on that. Don't you dare close your eyes.
Man, don't make me Google the lyrics.
Question for you. Like a lot of industries, it seems the DJing world, the straight white guy gets the corner on it. You know, they get the best paying gigs. The most famous DJs that I know of are in that, even though they're usually playing like Black folks music. So what's it like, if we can ask, as a woman of color DJ trying to make it in an industry where those are the people who kind of get the hype? How does that kind of influence your journey?
It's very, it does have, I do deal with it often. I do have a lot of, especially it's not only that, you know, it's not only my nationality. The main thing is being a female, being a woman in a very man-dominated field. It's every day every day I feel, and the struggle, or I feel like I can see where a lot of guy DJs will come up to me and think, oh, well, she's cute. It's not about what women bring in that aspect. We have talent too. And a lot of female DJs are coming out, and we're going strong. It's a lot of talent in both worlds, not taking away from the male aspect of it. So it can become very sexualized, and it could become very, oh, well, you're a girl, what do you know, kind of deal. And when someone's being negative about it, like, oh, you're a girl and you DJ? I'm just like, yeah, isn't that interesting? I'm glad I was able to open your mind to keep it moving, you know? It's all about being centered with myself. I know that I provide. I know I'm just as good as you are. I know that I can play the same tunes you play. I have a different vibe. You have a different vibe. Let's vibe together. Like, what's the point? Yes, I'm a female. Yes, I'm Latin. Like, what? I still bleed the same way you bleed. You know.
Do you find that women DJs support each other?
They do. I do know a couple of female DJs, and I know I support them 100%. I always get excited when I see another girl DJ. I'm like, oh, that's a girl! We in the building. So I always get excited when I see them. And we do encourage. I know for the female DJs I've encountered, thankfully, have all been so encouraging, so, you know, wonderful. There are certain situations you deal with where a certain DJ might be jealous over another one, or whatever the case is. And it's like, girl, you just need to center yourself. You're good, just as anyone else. You just got to come to terms and realize, and you got to tell yourself you're good. You tell yourself that you're not that great, or you get nervous about something. Come on.
What keeps you inspired? Do you read books, listen to podcasts, YouTube videos, or is it just the music?
I really have to say my fiance inspires me so much. She's such a good person. She's so open-minded. That's the most open-minded person. I'm like, man, your mind's so open. Do you have a mind? Like, is there something in there? Like, what's going on? So really seeing her and how she handles life, I'm just like, wow. You make it look like she can go through the most roughest thing ever and come out like, just come out harder. I'm just like, no, I could do that too. Yeah, I could do that. And she always tells me that I could do that. And now I'm at a point where she doesn't have to be there telling me I could do that. I know I can. I feel it. It's all what you tell yourself. Really, what you tell yourself is the most powerful thing. You control your mind. No one else does. Someone doesn't like you. I'm sorry you feel that way. Take care. You know, like, it's just that's how you have to be. If someone doesn't like you, a lot of people think, oh man, I must be, or what's wrong with me that someone doesn't like me? Like, there's nothing wrong with you. Remember that. Always go hard. Always go hard. Always if you don't go hard, a lot of times that's where it comes from too. Sometimes I'm DJing and I just feel insecure. And at the beginning I was feeling insecure. Like, how come I've been DJing for 4 years now? Why do I still feel insecure? And I wasn't going hard. I wasn't giving my best. Give your best 100% all the time, and you will feel amazing. And tell yourself you're the best. Tell yourself you got it. Yeah, that person is great, but I'm great too. Like, there's no anyone's better than anyone, you know? Like, oh, I'm a better DJ than that person. Like, no, you're really good at this. I'm really good at this. We both sound cool, just different, you know? So that's how you gotta be.
I love getting to know this side of you. You're so motivating and inspiring. Like, I don't know how somebody couldn't be listening to this and be like, yeah, I'm going to go do my passion. You know? That's wonderful.
You go do that. You go do that. Go ahead. Go be great.
Yes. So tell me a little bit about, I know you support an organization called Project No Labels.
Yes, I am their official DJ.
Hey.
So, hey, Project No Labels. They are a really great organization. They started in November 2014. Mm-hmm. Claire, Amanda are one of my close friends that helped funded the organization. And they really focus on LGBTQ plus and taking their straight allies and their gay allies. There is no like sexuality preference to them. Mm-hmm. They see humans. They don't see people like your color of your skin. They don't see, you know, your personality. They see a human being. We're all the same, but different flavors. Mm. You know, all flavors are good. They really help make the community feel united. And they do a lot of events. You can go to their website, www.projectnolabels.org, and find out more information about them. But it's a really great organization. I really hope that they are able to make it nationwide because they really do great things for the community and bring people together.
That's wonderful.
So, yeah.
Kind of moving towards closing here, what advice do you have for DJs specifically, mm-hmm. and then people generally who are just getting started?
Don't ever there's going to be times when you DJ where it's going to be completely empty. It's going to be no one there. It's going to be one person. That person might be, boo, you suck. You know, that's going to happen. But don't stop doing what you're doing. Everyone starts from somewhere. I still even have nights where there's no one there. I'm like, wow, where is everyone? Is there a storm outside? It's beautiful. Out. Come on. There's street specials. Where you at? You know, so don't let that discourage. There's a lot of situations that can discourage you. I know for one is me feeling like I'm a bad DJ. Mm-hmm. Well, why do you feel like you're a bad DJ? Ask yourself questions and practice. You have to practice. You have to be open to learn new styles, open to learning different genres of music, understanding music. Just really get into the basics of it and get in and learn. Self-education is the most powerful thing that no one can take away from you. Mm. You can self-educate yourself in anything. You just have to put forth the effort. And when you do put forth the effort, it's very empowering. And you will become the best DJ. All you have to do is keep on going. Don't stop. Don't let anyone tell you that you suck. And if they tell you suck, you better ask yourself, well, why do they think I suck? What can I fix? How can I get better? Don't be like, oh, I suck. So, all right, this is fun while it lasted. No, you ask yourself, how do you get better? Why do they think I suck? Practice. That's all you can do. Practice and feel it, and and pay attention to your crowd, and feel them, and make sure they feel you. You have the power for them to feel you. You just got to put the effort.
Yes. And I feel that's super awesome advice for anybody, no matter what your passion is.
Yes.
Woo, I was taking notes. And for those listening, you missed the awesome punch that DJ Ace Vedo did at the end that really accented it. Just in terms of the DJs or the people listening, just kind of a super specific question. What are some websites that are or blogs that are a good place to go to discover new music and new remixes?
Yes, I know one that I use very often is Club Killers.
Okay, Club Killers.
It's an MP3 pool or DJ a music pool, and they have music videos and MP3s with the intro included. It's always good to have intros because it makes your mixing a lot easier and more fun, because then you're able to play with mashups and play with your own remixes and do whatever you want with that intro piece. And it makes easier transition, a smoother transition. I know Franchise DJ Pool, I believe it's called. Can't think of the name right now. Google it. Sorry.
Okay, Google something that sounds like that.
Franchise DJ or music pool is what it's called. It's another one that's a really good one as well. Mm-hmm.
Awesome. And you use Serato?
Yes, I use Serato DJ.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wonderful. Well, last line of questions. As you might have heard in the beginning, this is my year of courage. And so I always like to ask our guests, what is everyday courage?
Everyday courage is whenever you have a negative feeling, knock it down. You have the power to do it. And the more you do that, the more courage you will build in anything in life. It could be something simple as, I don't want to clean today, I'm lazy. No, you get up and you clean. Like, don't allow yourself to be lazy. Get up and clean. I know I struggle with that. Like, I'm feeling lazy. I don't want to do anything. Although I have to, I don't want to. But I'm going to do it anyway. Build the courage. Literally, courage could be anything. The courage to get up and just go out and hang out outside. Be in nature. Like, just do something. Any little thing you do for yourself builds courage in anything. And you'll never have to doubt anything. And if you do doubt it, challenge yourself.
Last question for courage. I think I know the answer. Do you have any courage role models?
Yeah, I haven't, mentioned this person, but my fiance. Definitely a role model. Man, she came in my life and took the hell over. I'm like, I don't see anybody. Huh? What? What? So yeah.
I think a lot of people right now are saying, I want the kind of passion you have for DJing and the kind of love that y'all have in my life too. It's very inspiring. You
can all have it if you keep an open mind and be compassionate. Always. Always be compassionate. And you can have it all.
Where can folks reach out to you to tell you how dope you are?
You can find me on Instagram and Twitter at DJ Ace _Vedo, or you can find me on Facebook at DJ Ace Vedo and send me a message. I answer all messages, so say what's up.
True. That's how we got this interview. And in closing, what would you like to invite our audience to think about, consider, do, be? What's your invitation?
I want you guys to think about challenging yourself and how can you challenge yourself? And a lot of it has to do with learning, self-education. Put forth the effort to understand what's going on everywhere around you. Don't be so narrow-minded. There's a world out there. How can you see it? What can you do for yourself to feel free in it? Ask yourself that question, and then you'll start digging deep.
Yes, indeed. Powerful. DJ Ace Vedo, this has been a journey. This has been a transformational experience. It's been fire. This is awesome.
Thank you.
Yes. I know people right now are like, woo, snapping it up. Oh, man.
But snap at yourself and look at yourself in the mirror and be like, you know what? I am great. How can I be greater? You have to walk like that. If you don't walk like that, you can't. We can't hang.
For people,
you see people down the street like this. Oh, they saw the Ace Vedo interview. Oh, okay.
Most of our audience are going to be listening. So, how would you describe the walk that you just did?
If anyone watches Friends, remember when Phoebe runs? Mm-hmm. It's that, but slow it down.
Super confident and jolly. That's how I describe it.
Exactly. Like,
Well, for folks who are on the go, listening, driving, doing anything like that, and weren't able to write down all of the links and mentions that DJ Ace Vedo did, you can head to the show notes, which are tomrell.com/ace. Is that okay if we shorten it like that, or do you want the full thing, Ace Vedo?
No, Ace is fine.
Okay, just so it's simple. People are on the go, they'll remember it. So
Yes.
tomrell.com/ace, ACE, and all of the links that were mentioned, including where to connect with DJ Ace Vedo, are all there, including her website, her social, all of that kind of stuff. So head there. Plus, if you're listening and you want to see some of the awesome movements and punches and runnings, then you can kind of scroll through the video as well. So anything else you want to add?
Thank you for inviting me to do this. I do really appreciate it. It's been very fun catching up.
My absolute pleasure. And for folks, we never touched on it, but we know each other from the spoken word scene out in Tampa Bay, one of the best. So glad we're able to get to know each other more and share with the world. Appreciate it so much.
Thank you.
Yes, indeed. And we appreciate everybody for listening, for sharing your greatest gift that you can give, which is your time and your attention. Be sure to hit up DJ Ace Vedo and let her know how much you appreciate it. As always, we're wishing you peace and blessings.
Oh, one more thing. I'd love to continue the conversation. Feel free to join me at tomrell.com/join. Subscribe below, or let's connect on social media. Tom Earl Artist. Thanks again for watching.